Oh, good evening, everybody, and welcome to our Monday live stream, our Shoe Talk. Oh, don't like that. Monday night live stream. Let me put that up so you can see the chat column thing that's on the side. It's actually relevant if you're listening to this as a podcast, which is kind of awesome. Yes, Monday, people. It's all about running shoes and answering your questions. Maybe you've got some coaching questions you can fire away. Just to pre-warn everybody, I was on a coaching call with Nick, and I don't know if he's listening, but a big shout out to Nick. And the computer crashed midway through that call, so anything could happen, as it always does. Remember, we are live, people. So if this is a 10-minute podcast because the computer's died, there's not a lot I can do about it. All right. But yes, good evening. Get your questions in, whether it's about running shoes. I'm going to be talking to you a little bit about the Super Blast 3. That's something I'm going to tell you. I'm going to give you the release date for that. That's going to be coming your way shortly. What else? Oh, yeah. So let's start off with the weekend. Brilliant weekend at the National Running Show. Thanks everybody who came and saw us live. Thanks everybody who came to the rave run. Big shout out to our volunteers who helped that with that actually. But yeah, thanks to everybody who came and supported our live show that we did on the stage at National Running Show. It was really cool to just meet everybody, see everybody, and hang out. Today, last night, I was extremely tired after running the Watford half, and overwhelmed still from Saturday. And it's going to take me probably a week or two, even maybe, to get over that, to try and re-regulate myself. But yes, it was totally awesome, and a real pleasure to be there. So thanks again to everybody. The videos this week, we've obviously released today a February bangers video. Hopefully you've all seen that. And there's some really good deals out there, especially because February sort of starts the the main sort of releases that we start to get through with a lot of shoes. Like, for example, today I think we had a couple of shoes from Hoka go on sale, a couple of shoes from Brooks, Saucony, and things like that. Just to name one or two, and they're going to be staggered over. You've got the Asics Cumulus 28 as well. So there's quite a few releases. So that's good news for me and you, because that means that some of these shoes are getting released discounted. That's what I'm trying to say. So I told you I'm extremely tired, people. But as you'd expect, right? So I was back into work today after that weekend as well. So I've not really had any downtime, which is my own fault, because I didn't need to do the Watford half on Sunday, but I did. So that's my own fault. I'm not looking for sympathy here. Hang on a second. Let me just finish my tea. I thought I'd finish that before I come on air, but I didn't get a chance. But yeah, so videos. So that was today. Tomorrow we've got the Cielo X1 3.0 race review. That's coming your way tomorrow, so watch out for that one. And I've got a really cool video that I'm working on, but I don't know whether I'm going to have it edited in time. We may also have the Saucony, what's it called, out this week as well. Again, all depends on my time, whether I whether I get a time to edit these things. All right, so we've got quite a bit coming. We've still got a few shoes that we can't talk about, but yeah, so it's just busy as always. And I'm seeing all the questions and comments coming. That's brilliant. Keep them coming in. We are going to work through and answer your questions and comments in just a second. But so in terms of the Super Blast, because I did say to everybody about the Super Blast 3. So the Super Blast 3, if you don't know, the Super Blast 3 is getting an update. We've got Flight Foam Leap in there. We've got a like a trampoline pod up the front, and they're changing bits on it, making it lighter, which is good news. Now, you're going to get a teaser of that shoe coming next week over the Seville Marathon kind of weekend, I believe. So around that sort of time, you're going to be seeing some stuff about the shoe, some teasers coming. And then it's a March 1st release. And now I don't know whether that is all over the world or whether that's in the US or whether in the UK or whatever. But March the 1st is what I've been told. So let's see if that stays true. But the shoe looks really interesting. I'm hoping, I was told, I've got a pair sort of coming my way. So I'll let you know. Obviously, I won't show you because I'll be under embargo, but I'll let you know when that. It might even come this week. Who knows, right? So I've got a pair earmarked and coming my way, which is great news for you guys. And yeah, so full steam ahead with the old Super Blast 3, people. So it's going to be one that I think, like me, you're going to be really excited to get your hands on. And it's more of a, I say the leap's a big deal. I would say putting that in there, but I think it's going to be more of an evolution of what we've had in the past. Does that make any sense? But yeah, so there we go. That's the news on the Super Blast 3. Hopefully that was useful. I'll recircle that back for anybody who's joining us late. I'll come back in and talk about that again, just to recap it, just to make sure nobody misses it. But yeah, other than that, what else? Oh, have we got another episode of? We might have our next episode of Chasing Dreams coming your way. We've got a good pod on Friday from within the club. It's a really good pod actually coming to you on Friday. I'm just sorting out, but maybe I should have done it beforehand. Just checking whether we've got the Chasing Dreams next episode's coming. I think it might be on. And it's a good one if it is. Let me just 2 seconds or so. I just thought about it. 8th. Is it the 8th? It is. So it will be. Yeah, the 8th this weekend. So you've got one that's I think to shut the live stream down. It's about speed. So it's quite good. I take you on some of my speed session, an interval session, a tempo session, and we do a couple of 10Ks and things like that in there. So I think you guys will dig that one, and that's coming on Sunday as well. So watch out for that. That's the next part of our series that we're doing as I train the London Marathon. All right, team. So thanks again to everybody who's joining us. Get your questions and get your comments in. I'm just going to say hello to everybody, and thanks to everybody who's tuning in. This is from Ben. Evening, Chris. Greetings from Lanzarote. Congratulations on an incredible show on Rave Run on Saturday. Just wondering, can you try a Coros so we can see if it's better than a Garmin? Obviously, I got the ump with Garmin the other day. I don't know if you follow me on Instagram at @FORDY_runs, and that's now resolved. I'm not that fussed about Coros watches. The problem I find with Coros watches, the only people that tend to wear them are people that got sent them, like influencers and things like that, or people who are paid by Coros to wear them. I don't tend to see people like me and you wearing them, and that's the honest truth. So yeah, I mean, if they want to send me one, I'll review it honestly. We've done it in the past with their stuff, and it's not been bad. But always go back to the Garmin. So yeah, I don't really tend to see many people other than people who have been sent them wearing them, to be honest. And I think that's the cold hard truth of it, really. Evening, Chris. Evening, all. What a fantastic thing on Saturday. Thank you, Debbie, for coming along. It's great to see. Hi, Chris. I've seen photos online of the Hoka Clifton Pro. I think it looks a bit like the Skyward X. Is it effectively the Skyward X2, or is it a whole new shoe? It's a whole new shoe. The Skyward X2 is coming. As I understand it, might be wrong, but as I understand it, this is a pumped up Clifton. They're sort of late to the game, coming along with like a Ghost Max, Clifton Max, a Glycerine Max. It's that kind of deal. They're just putting some more stack. I don't think it needed it personally, and they're tweaking it about a bit. So it'd be interesting to see. I like Hoka. You see that from my reviews of recently of their shoes. I actually like the Clifton 10. I think it's a great workhorse shoe. But the problem is with Clifton, as always, it tends to wear out quickly. And yeah, it's just there's a little bit more out there now. And I think they need to do something with the Clifton. I think it needs a big overhaul. So give them credit. They're trying something new with the Pro. So it'd be interesting to try. Do we need more shoes from Hoka, different brands? Rather than probably, as I said, try and get some stuff. I don't know, just tweak what we had on, or try reinvent. That's what I'm trying to say. Told you I was tired, people. I did warn you. Try and reinvent the Clifton. Do something a little bit more edgy with it. I think that would be kind of cool. But look, I'm excited. I like Hoka. So let's see. Thank you, Gary, and thank you very much for your help on Saturday. A lot of people saying how much Saturday was great. If you don't know what we're talking about, we did a a live show at the National Running Show on Saturday in front of a big live audience, and then we did like a post run, which was good. I think it showed the best of the club and what we do, and how, you know, the fact that we got a couple hundred people safely round the NEC in dark, wet conditions. I think it just shows how amazing the club is. They come together and we get volunteers and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, I think there you go. Had speed, just nailed it. Evening, Chris. Great weekend. Just show what the club was all about across the whole week. Yeah, I'll make you right on that. That's a great thing. Evening, Chris. Great show on Saturday as Hayden recovered from the taste test. You got him about that. But yeah, again, just to fill anybody in, I surprised Hayden with a bit of hot sauce on Saturday. Get my own back on him. Why not? Why not, eh? Oh, this is quite cool. SPW 119 fishing. I'm missing the old fishing season. I can't wait for it to get a little bit better and get out there. Usually April, I tend to go out there and start going fishing again. So, Chris, what do you think of the Endorphin Pro, a trainer for a heavier runner for $100? And how important is speed training to almost a minute under my goal pace for a 10-mile race? Okay, two questions. Firstly, the Endorphin Pro trainer is a terrible shoe. I'd avoid it. I think you'd be better off in the Glide Ride Max 1, which you could probably pick up a lot cheaper. That's a far better shoe for a heavier runner. If you're looking for that sort of thing, it's got the Glide Ride and got the told you it's got the Blast Max in there. I think it's just a much better shoe that's suited for bigger people. So check that out. Don't go and get the Endorphin Pro train. It's a terrible shoe. So go and get that. And how important is speed training to run almost a minute under my speed training is really important for it doesn't matter what race you're training for. Speed training is really important. If you're looking to obviously get fast, if you're just going out there to run for your own reasons, then yeah. But yeah, speed training, absolutely, along with, you know, the gym and the easy work as well, the aerobic work as well. It all needs to work together. You need every element to start then seeing the improvements. But ultimately, what's going to get you there is that consistency of your running, consistency of the mileage, and then building volume, building speed, building, you know, weight in the gym or whatever you want to do, making sure, you know, you're getting the sleep and the recovery and your hydration and your fueling and all that kind of nutrition's all on point. That's what you need to start elevating your game. But number one is consistency. If you ain't got consistency, you're just going to end up getting injured, unfortunately. But I love your handle, SPW119 fishing. Can't wait to get the rods out. I just can't wait. Okay, Darren Davis. Thanks, guys, again. Just a quick for anybody who's joining me late on the Super Blast 3, March the 1st. Sneak peeks coming next week end, apparently. Some stuff's going to start coming your way. So just keep an eye out for that, okay? March the 1st. And hopefully, as I said, mine could be on their way this week. Who knows? So we'll see. I won't be able to obviously show it to you when it does come. But they did tell me, the guys at ASICS, who are lovely people, supported our run on Sunday, that I've got a pair with my name on it. So that's great news. Okay. Hi, FORDY. Looking to invest in a new heavy cushioned long run easy shoe. Been looking at the Mega Blast, Nova Blast, or Magmax. I would go with the Magmax, or I would actually go with the Vomero Plus from Nike. I mean, the Mega Blast trumps all shoes. But if you're looking for an easier shoe, I would say I would go with the Vomero Plus, or I'd go with the Magmax. Both equally very good. Depends on where you're at. The Puma, yeah, the Puma's firmer. I was going to say the Nike's softer, but the Puma is firmer. But that's not a bad thing. I like the Magmax a lot. So yeah, one of those would probably be better. But yeah, the Mega Blast is phenomenal. It really is a phenomenal shoe. I'd stay away from the Nova Blast, and yeah, I'd go there really. Andrew, I'm going to sneeze, by the way, at some point. I'm just pre-warning you. Andrew, okay. Hi, Chris. Training block going well for some Rome. Told you. Hi, Chris. Training block going well for Rome. Week 10 this week. Got my 5K PB at Park Run on Saturday. Thanks to your advanced plan. There we go, Andrew. That's great. If you are after some off-the-shelf training plans, we sell them at fordyruns.com. And if you want some coaching, just drop me a line. Maybe you've got an autumn marathon. Maybe you've got a goal for next year. Maybe you want to just get faster. Maybe you want to just get fit. Maybe you want to enjoy your running a bit more. drop me an email, hello@fordyruns.com, and I'll be pleased to help you. All right. So get involved with that. Richard, with no sign of the Saucony Tempest 3, well, if you're in Asia, you can get it at the Hyperion GTS discounted. What would you recommend as a tempo shoe for someone with stability needs? We've spoken about this before, haven't we? I think for me, it's and I don't know how much they are. The Rocket X3 is a race day and tempo shoe all rolled into one. I think it's a phenomenal shoe, and it's nice and stable. That's the one I would go for. I'm just having a look now. Rocket X3 from Hoka. Let's see if you can. Obviously, if you're a 40 Runs Running Club member, you're going to get 15% off of that anyway. Okay. So you should all be an affiliated club member. Okay. Because then you're going to get nice discount off of that. It's about 23 quid. You can join over at 40runs.com. Sportshoes.com have got it for 150 quid in some sizes, the Hoka Rocket X3. But they have just dropped some new colorways. So if you hunt around, 175 quid, 150 quid, 154 pounds. So yeah, Hoka Rocket X3, I think, is the call to make there. All right. Get your questions and get your comments in, guys, and I will answer them, whether it's about shoes or anything, really. Where was I? I've lost my... Had good discounts at the National Running Show. Picked up the Skechers Aero Burst for Shell. You've seen my Aero Spark you modeled and finally got to trial. And he bought the Aero Tempo. Spark or Tempo for winter 10K? Tempo. Yeah, definitely. And they got the... they had the... you guys wouldn't have seen it, but they had the Aero Razor there as well. Again, pair on the way to me. So... Aero Razor actually is on sale in the US, but over here is delayed. But yeah, so that's coming on the channel as well real soon. So just watch out for that. That's a cracking shoe. Okay. Do you still rate the Asics S4 Ugiri? Yes. For a 4-hour marathon? Yes. 100%. Still stand by that. Yeah. Or is there anything better? Yeah, it's a great shoe. I think the New Balance SC Elite version 5 at 160 odd quid at the moment is a great shout as well, to be honest with you. I think that's a good call for the money as well, for anyone for a 4-hour marathon. Has to be Coach Hours, of course. Yeah, don't know, mate. As I said, for me, so I see most people wearing with Garmin. I might be wrong. Maybe we'll do a poll. Tempted by the Saucony Azura, or do I go for the Speed 5 on sale? 140 quid, 108 quid. I'd go with the money. I mean, I'll wait until the video, but £108 at the moment and cheaper in some places. That's, no brainer, right? Versus 140 quid. Money's money, right? I know, again, look, anybody, I'm not trying to sell you because it makes no difference to me. But the club, if you're an affiliated club member, you're going to get the Saucony on sportshoes.com for the same sort of money. But you've got to obviously join as a club member and you can get your discounts all the way through the rest of the year. Then it's a tough call. What would you recommend for the Brighton Marathon? The New Balance SC Elite version 5 or the Adidas Pro 4? I mean, I ran my fastest marathon in the Pro 4, but at the moment, the shoe that I'm thinking about for London is the Elite version 5. That's on the shelf for my marathon shoes at the moment, with the Pro 4, funny enough. But I think, personally, if I had to run the London Marathon tomorrow, I'd run it in the SC Elite version 5 over the Adidas Pro 4. And that's only because of the amount of work I have to do to get the Adidas Pro 4 to work for me, like insole, laces, all sorts of stuff. So yeah, I'd probably go for the SC Elite. And also the SC Elite, as I said a minute ago, is dirt cheap at the moment. So that would be worth doing. Okay, hello, Coach Chris. Hello, good evening. Really enjoying your content. Thanks very much. I appreciate it. My question, I bought the Vaporfly 4, but I heard mixed reviews. So I'm keeping them. So am I keeping them or returning them? I got them for 200 and I'm a heavy runner. I'd send them back. It's a good shoe when you get it at like a over here, it's like £130 at the moment, and I think it's a good 10K shoe at that price up to half marathon. But there is better out there. Like we just said a minute ago, the SC Elite version 5, £165 over here, probably cheaper in the US. It's a bargain. You know, you can pick up the Adidas Pro 4 because Pro 5's coming. Yeah, it's round the corner. And the rep apparently was telling Mick on the Adidas stand at the National Running Show how good he's going to say it, but how genuinely how good the Pro 5 is. So yeah, I think I would send them back. Definitely, especially $200. It's the wrong price. Okay, Anders, challenging conditions for marathon training in Sweden. Been really cold since beginning, minus 14, and it's going to get even colder. How should you tweak the program when conditions are bad? I personally, I don't know if you've got access to a treadmill, but I would be smashing the life out of the treadmill and things like that. I mean, it's not comparable to what you've got there, but when we've had tricky conditions over here, which again, not comparison, but we switched a lot of stuff onto the treadmill. So then you can still keep it going, keep the consistency, and keep at it, but obviously doing it safely. Yeah, the Zora does have some good colorways actually. Saucony that got released today. Debbie, my Vomero Plus has got me around the Warwick half. She says it's a brilliant shoe. It is a brilliant shoe. It is the one to go for. Hi, FORDY from Richard. Okay, get your questions and get your comments in, guys. If you missed the Super Blast 3 chat, that's coming on March the 1st. Previews or releases next week in terms of like teasers. Hi, FORDY. Love the live show. How many times a week would you add strides? Currently running 6 days a week. 1 midweek run, longer workout, and 1 long run. That usually incorporates a paced element. Yeah, on the couple of easy runs you do, you know, once or twice ain't gonna do you any harm. Just on the tail end of that easy work, it's always nice. There's a little stretch I've got actually. I come past the Bank of England, and then I cross over, and there's like a Starbucks on the corner. It's only like whatever, but it's always a nice stretch where I do a few strides. It's quite I always do that at the end of an easy run. Yeah, a couple of times a week ain't gonna do you any harm. Chris, is goal pace the same as marathon pace in your block? If so, how rigid are you to hitting it, or would you train 10 to 20 seconds quick as a buffer on the day? It depends what you're training for in terms of whether marathon pace, goal pace, because your goal pace could be if you're training for a 10K, right? So it's what your target pace is for the race that you're training for. For me, yes, I tend to train quicker, and I get my clients to train quicker as well. So, for example, and I'll talk about him now because I'm just on with him. But Nick's looking to run a sub 4 at Brighton. We're training him. His current target pace is 9:07, but we just had a conversation about adjusting that down to about 8:50 ish to 9. So under for his sort of peak mileage, his peak part of the plan. So that's him. Other clients, I have them running quicker in a block before a block. So we use Ben because it's easy. Everybody knows Ben now. He's currently training at paces that for Amsterdam. And they are, again, 10 to 20 seconds quicker than what he actually needs in Tokyo. So, yeah, I tend to work there. Myself, personally, I'm doing the same. Yesterday at Watford, we was running, I think we ended up, was it 7:27? I think it was 7:27, I can tell you. I swear it was. Which was a goal pace. That was a bloody hilly course, by the way. Yeah, 7:20. So, yeah, bang on. So, again, basically 10 seconds quicker than my marathon target pace. Actually, a little bit quicker than that. I don't need 7:30. I actually only need really to train 7:45. But I'm training down that sort of 7:20, 7:30, just a little bit quicker. But I'm not doing a hell of a lot of work there yet because, again, I'm mitigating some of the risk of injury. But I've got obviously I had yesterday, and then I've got another goal pace workout coming pretty quickly, which again I'll look to do at 7:20 to 7:30. But in the longer runs, so I've got 21 miles on Saturday. The goal pace element of that will be more 7:30 to 7:40, a bit more sensible. because I'm running it on really tired legs. So again, you've got to be, yeah, that's how I tend to work it. But hopefully that helps, Dennis. I don't know if that's useful or not, but yeah, I think it works to train smidge under. It's all about perceived effort. Hey, Chris, this is from Paul. I currently do a weekly leg plus core session at the gym. Would adding a weekly upper body have a drastic impact on half marathon training? Yeah, I think, look, I think for runners, you don't want to go mad, but at the same time, like anything, the more consistent you are in the gym, the better. I switched up to 3 sessions consistently for this block versus 2 for Chicago, and I'm feeling the difference. And yeah, I do a leg and core, and I do an upper session. The upper body session is a shorter session. It's about 30 minutes, and then I usually jump on the treadmill. So yeah, I think it won't make a drastic impact, but I think over time, if you do it consistently, then it will make a big impact. Yeah. So it's definitely worth putting into your week if you can do it. And as long as you're going to be able to keep at it and be consistent at doing that, then you're going to find the benefits of it. You're not going to see those benefits straight away. And I said that about this for this block. I'm reaping the benefits of my gym work in the Chicago block now. Is what I'm getting. So you're constantly building. So by adding in now and staying consistent, you're going to continue to get the benefit of it, right? But drastic impact, no. Over time, improvement, 100%. But again, you're a runner, so you're looking the focus is on the running and using the strength work to get stronger, prevent injuries, and that kind of thing. Yeah, you're not looking to start lifting up buildings. Well, you might want to. Great weekend. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. What is a good inner sole to have in my running shoe to help stop injury? I think the best ones are the custom ones. That's obviously the right way to go in terms of getting the orthotics and getting them done. You've asked, I can see it below, about the Adidas Pro 4. The ones that I put in the Adidas Pro 4 are the Inerta insoles. What I would say, they do make the shoe considerably heavier. I didn't have a problem with it in Chicago. With the Pro 4, your insole is stuck down with glue. All right. So, and this is why, again, I go back to what I was saying about not really that fussed about using the Pro 4 in London. I may still do it, right? But I'm just saying. But I literally had to take the insole out and then sort of chisel away at the bits that are still there with glue. And it's really annoying. And then I put the Inerta thing in it. So it's a bit of a faff. You can't just lay it in there. So be aware of it. But yeah, that's the problem with the Pro 4 using an insole. But personally, I would try and get yourself a custom made pair of orthotics or insoles or whatever you want to call them. There's loads of places that do that. But yeah, if you're going to go down that route. But I say the Inerta ones are good. They were great in Chicago. They did the job. As I said, the shoe was heavier from using it. So you've got to bear that in mind if you're going to go down that route. I might do a video about where I'm at with some of these marathon shoes over the next few weeks. Just to give you a bit of flavour where my head's at with some of these marathon shoes, because I'm not sure what we're going to get in time for London, and realistically, I think I'm going to have to make a decision, or a bit of a decision, in around the Bath half sort of time in March. I'm going to have to make a call on it in terms of what I'm going to wear, because then I'll probably use that for the Bath half. Although at the Bath half, I may go full send. I don't know yet. I'm undecided what to do there, but we'll see where we're at in terms of the plan. But more importantly, I've got to make a call on it then to see what we're going to do. So yeah, my point is I'm still thinking about whether I might do a video, I might not do a video, but I don't know. I don't know whether certain shoes are going to be here in time for me or not. So I know it's a tough life, isn't it? But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with marathon shoes at the moment. It's a bit of a funny old one. But again, the Hoka Cielo, whatever stupid. I wish they'd call it a different name. It's the X1, no, Cielo X1 3.0. Watch that video tomorrow. I think you'll like it. But yeah, I wish they'd change the name of that shoe. It's really annoying me. They just need to call it Cielo Rocket or something like that. I think that would be a much better name for it. But there you go. Okay, team. Again, if you missed it, Super Blast 3, watch out for next week. I say we're back anyway, but watch out for the sort of sneak previews and teasers coming. And as I said, I've got a pair earmarked for me, apparently, and March the 1st is when you need to look out for those. All right. It's going to have the leap in it, and it's going to have the little trampoline pod, a bit lighter, all that sort of stuff. So it looks very exciting on paper. I'm really excited to get my hands on that one. I think that could be in with a shout for shoe of the year. But let's what's this? Last one. Dale Johnson. Hi, training for my first marathon in May at Edinburgh after a few years doing multiple halves. Good. Currently using the Nike Vomero Plus. What super shoe would you recommend for the marathon? Yeah, I think I would go. I mean, you could pick up the Alpha Fly cheap, but I don't know whether you get on with that. If you're looking for something sensible, then the Nike Zoom Fly 6 would probably do you good. Or like I've said throughout this thread tonight, the SC Elite version 5 from New Balance, because it is so cheap at the moment, £165. I think it's a tough one to beat at the moment at that price. I really do think so. You're getting a phenomenal shoe, but at the right price. That's what was hard to justify it before, So yeah, I think that could be a good shout as well. So maybe check that one out. But good luck with your training for anybody. Let us know how you get on with that. And yeah, all of you, if you're training for stuff, make sure you keep turning up every week and keep us posted on how your training's going and all that sort of stuff. I always love to hear it. And thanks very much again for joining us on a Monday. We are back live next Monday talking about running shoes. Pre-recorded podcast on Friday. It's a good one, so check that out. Yeah, and I'm back on Monday. We've got a third episode of Chasing Dreams. My London Marathon training is coming on Sunday. That's a good one. As I said, it's about speed and it takes you a little bit behind a couple of the sessions that I'm doing at the moment and a race and a few other bits and bobs. So hopefully you'll find that interesting. And yeah, we just keep moving forward, people, keep progressing and moving ever closer. These races are going to be here sooner rather than later. All right. But yeah, thanks for joining me. If you're listening to this as a pod, appreciate it. Make sure you tell everybody about this live stream on a Monday. If you've got if you've got some questions about running shoes or coaching questions, then get people to join me here on a Monday at 8 o'clock. Happy to answer any questions that you may want to ask if you was walking into a running store to buy a pair of shoes. All right, so I'm here to help. But yeah, that's it, guys. I shall see you guys next week.